Welcome, lovely people. Once again, I am playing on my PlayStation. I am on the EU server, and we are here specifically because we are. Oh, my computer is apparently shutting off. The US server, it will not have dropped yet, so this will give you a little bit of a foreknowledge as to what is coming. But honestly, I think we all have a little bit of foreknowledge anyway because we're literally playing an episode. Oh, sorry, a chapter, a section of story arc that we played last year. So, just bear with me a few moments. I'm just getting my settings correct to make sure we're all good on my computer end. And it did for a second, very, very quickly do a restart, which was very, very strange. Live chat, it looks like everything is up. So we're good to go. I will just transition over to my phone and then we can start. Yay! All right. Now I will just pre-warn anyone who was not here, pardon me, for the previous stream. I cannot do the buyout. So unfortunately, because they are giving us so many things to pay for at the same time, we're getting an event, we've got the Resurgence Mega Capsules. I had to choose between the two. And I would normally have chosen the buyout because I know that's probably information that people desire more, but I also know that there is less coverage for Resurgence Mega Capsule openings than there is for buyouts of events, particularly when it is the patrol. So I thought it would be safer if I covered the marketplace so that other people could cover the patrol. So if anyone is here to see me do the buyout, I will not be doing it this time. I can't afford it, guys. DC is getting insanely expensive and I can't keep up at all. So I will play through it. If it ends up that other people do not cover it, as soon as I do have the funds, I will buy it out and we will have a look at it. But as it stands right now, we'll not be doing so. So please, if you're here to see that, don't stay. Unless you're really excited by how amazing I am, which, could happen. Maybe. Oh, hello, Danielle! Nice to see you. Danielle said they finally made something factional again. I know, right? She said the new orbital uplink, hero green and red for villain. Absolutely the case. Isn't it a bit of a relief? I'm very happy to see that they did do that and that they've the role of your character, which is the thing that I hate about Sinestro's Corrupted Ring. The yellow for, is it yellow for control and then green for damage? Hate that. Very much so, because it's based on the role instead of the faction of your character. This is much better. So for those of you who are not aware, the patrol has dropped on the EU server. Let me show you what we're talking about. So down here in the left-hand corner, you can see there is an image of the Hardlight Crashout Elite uplink device. This is the orbital you will be able to receive on every single one of your characters after your 20-day progression. You can see there is a green fist in this image. If you play villain, you will see this as a red fist in this image. So when you are playing on hero, the way that it functions will show in green and the way that it functions will be in red if you play a villain, which I very much appreciate. I'm very happy that it does that, thank goodness, because I don't want a green one on my villain characters, and I'm glad to see that they actually considered that. Oh, Temporal! Hello! Would you like to join us? We will probably do the alert and potentially queue for the raid as well. If you are interested, you are more than welcome. For anyone who doesn't know, this is my mom on my right and my brother on my left here, Man Boy Man. He's very creative with his names. I must admit, every time I see it, it does give me a little bit of a chuckle. Chosen said that was fast, to be honest. I did say brief, a brief break in between, and then I'd be back. It was brief, right? Very, very brief. I had a drink of water. My throat was doing something that was uncomfortable. Very, very dry. David said hi is not asleep yet, so listening to the stream again. Oh, David! I hope that your lack of sleep isn't something that's a problem, and that it just so happens you happen to be awake right now, because I understand what it's like to have problematic sleep. Chosen said, I remember the last stream ending 10 minutes ago. Yeah, probably did. It probably did, yeah. I'm doing them close together because this is when they have dropped on the EU server, and the more knowledge I can give you before it drops on other servers, the better, because you can make informed decisions. But unfortunately, because I can't afford to buy it out, because DC is so incredibly expensive right now, just know that I can't show it, guys. I would love to show the orbital, but I can't today. Hopefully someone else covers it, but if they don't, I will be able to do so at a later date. Danielle said, I've been at them on X making it clear how simple it is to make these things factional with a simple line of code. Maybe they were listening. Doubtful, lol. I mean, you just said maybe they were listening and then doubted yourself with that suggestion. I must admit, I also think it's quite doubtful, because in my opinion and from my perspective, they don't seem to take on board a lot of what the fan base says. They seem to get very big ideas themselves and go into those themselves, which frankly I do really appreciate. If someone has passion for something, usually it reflects really well in the content they provide to us, and I get excited about it because they're excited about it. Some things have not translated well in that way thus far, but there's a learning curve. They're new to this particular game. Hopefully that learning curve has been leapt over, and now we will actually see some content where there are more people who are enjoying it. I really hope so, because when I watch some of them speak about the content they're putting into the game, they get really excited. They clearly love what they're doing. I would like to love it too. So let's hope that happens. And I mean, with the newest story arc narrative that we have where we're following Supergirl, hopefully that brings a lot more people's attention rather than Lucia, who was a character they made from scratch that we've never seen before. So I'm quite happy about that. Oh, I hit the bottom of the chat, I think. Danielle said, just happy they did it though. Yeah, I'm so glad they did, even if it wasn't because they were listening to you particularly. The fact that we have something that works based on your faction is really, really nice, especially where lanterns are concerned. There's very, very clear lines of which ones we consider to be villainous and which ones we consider to be heroes. Let's read through the event. Oh, and for anyone who is not aware, my mum and I both have the reactive auras currently on our characters from the Resurgence Mega Capsule opening that I did in the previous live stream. Because we're going to be playing content and I intend to keep mine on, I presume my mum will probably also keep hers on. You guys will get to see them function in gameplay, which means you'll get to see how they speed up and slow down based on what you're doing in game, which is why they are specifically called reactive auras. Okay, now let's go through and read this. Oh, also for anyone who was curious about the bonus for this week, currently there is nothing here. So I see no bonus. That doesn't necessarily mean there won't be one. It could be something where it's been an oversight. They were so excited to get the patrol started and have the mega capsules, the Resurgence mega capsules, put into the marketplace and into the game, that they have forgotten to put that through. I unfortunately am not surprised if that is the case, because it is something they've done before where they've forgotten something or something has been delayed and they do it when the US server catches it instead. So maybe there will be a bonus, but currently there is none. And it could also just be the fact that we don't have any. I don't know at this stage. I feel like I'm going to hiccup. So this is patrol number 2. It says from May the 5th until June the 2nd, Amon Sir has launched a full-scale invasion of Mogo with his army, I nearly said armory, with his army of Cordians and rogue yellow lanterns. Join the Lantern Corps as the fast, it says last! Oh, I can't even read today. Guys, I'm so tired. Join the Lantern Corps as the last line of defense to push back the tide of darkness and ensure Mogo's survival. Play daily to earn the event progress and unlock limited time rewards. So you can see on the right hand side, just as with any of our other events, we have the open world daily missions, we have the open world weekly missions, the solo, the alert, and the raid. We also over here can see the rewards we're going to be receiving. There's quite a list of them. The easiest way to see all of them is to tap on buyout and have a look this way, but unfortunately I can't afford to buy it out. We've got a stat point, we've got quite a few different currencies. So let's have a look at each one. We're getting 40 source marks. We're getting Mogo Sprout 40 of the Mogo Sprouts. We're getting 150 stabilizer fragments. I still don't know why they give it to us as fragments. We've got 30,000 ally favor. We've got 40 of the flawless nth metal. And then of course we have the fully reclaimable hard light crash out elite uplink device. Green if you are a hero, red if you are a villain. We also have one stat point that is also fully reclaimable across all your characters as well. So keep that in mind when you do collect the rewards. If you want the currency on a specific character, or, I mean, the stabilizers and the ally favor, both universal, but the two currencies here, so the Mogo Sprouts and the source marks, are going to go on a specific character when you grab them. Make sure it's on the correct character. Then go on your other characters to collect the rewards that are fully reclaimable across the board there. Okay, so since we do have a full group of 4, let's start by doing the alert. So we're going to go back into the patrol here. and we're going to run the alert together so that we can see our daily progress. Now, you can do all 3 of the dailies. I think it's all 3 of the weeklies, or the solo, or the alert, or the raid for your progress. You certainly don't have to play through all of this. It's a matter of your choice. I was kind of expecting there to be a double currency for this event. That's what I was expecting the bonus to be, but it is not here. So there's not really much enticement to play beyond that. But if they do end up putting the double currency in, obviously that will change. Let's queue up and play through it so that we can get our daily progress for anyone who does not have it, which currently is only me out of my mum and my brother, because they both have done it already tonight. Temporal, I don't know, but hopefully he also needs it. Oh, and we've got to check in here too. Sometimes I queue up and then you have to go to on duty for it to ready properly. Okay, it's readied properly. And there's David! Oh, David. Steve, I'm so sorry, David. I mixed up your characters and I don't even know how. Steve's character is so different. But Steve, we can also try for the raid. If Steve would like to join us after we've done the alert, then we could try for the raid as well. I mean, you still do get the good currency. We're going to get 4 from this. We'll get the 8 from the raid in particular. But without the double currency, I don't see why anyone would be playing more than they normally do in this particular event. Alright, I'm likely to only run the solo or quickly do dailies. They run for about the same amount of time, so...
Okay, here's the situation.
Kind of strange
Amon Sur and his crew are trying to weaken and corrupt Mogo. It's our job to stop it.
This is not one of my favorites to play. I think you guys are already aware. Kaznia is like my absolute favorite. Sorry, my absolute least favorite. I gotta say that right. Let's not confuse people and let them think I love Kaznia. My least favorite of the alerts and the raids. This one is a close second. I don't like the way that we kind of split up. I must admit this is a little bit better than the Kaznian one because we're not so far apart that our roles are completely useless. Like 4 damages could run this alert and get to the end and be fine. The only place you might need your rolls to swap over is if you are getting up to the final boss and you're playing like the elite version maybe. Because even in normal this is easy. Pretty sure this one is casual. If you do queue up through the event tab, it will take you to the casual version. So unless there's some kind of glitch, that's what it should have done this time as well.
Heads up! Some sort of ginormous yellow construct just joined the fight.
Yay! I mean, technically it's not a yellow... I mean, it has yellow constructs around it, but it itself is a giant rock dude, right? That's what I'm thinking. Come on, little fella! Yay! Take him down fast. Oh, someone else had the same idea! Quadruple orbital, because it's getting targeted with both from both of us. So, for those of you who don't know, the Omega one will specifically do 2 separate beams. If you only have one enemy, both of those beams will go on that one enemy. So that's nice! There you go, little fella! I say little, he's huge. Huge rock fella. I'll also apologize too. It's hard for me at the moment because part of my equipment from my office is at my other house. Where I normally stand my phone so that I can see the chat easily while I'm playing, it's currently not here. I have removed that and took it to the other house, like the genius that I am. And so I cannot see my phone clearly while I'm doing my gameplay like I normally can. But I can look up and down as we go through. Let's bring out these guys. There we go. Oh, hello, Elbow! Hey! Let's get over to another green spot so we can actually take down their yellow construct things. So, get one of them down. Okay, then we can focus on this guy. Come on, little fella! I should have jumped into tank. I could tank and pull him, but it's really unnecessary. Oh, that is my fault. That's my fault, guys. I'm so sorry. It's really unnecessary and casual. Casual is very, very easy, which is good because I'm a little bit sleepy. I've had very, very busy days, so because we're currently moving house, basically every day is pack a bunch of stuff, then drive for 2.5 hours, which my brother is doing the driving, I'm doing the keeping everybody awake with all my chatter. No! Oh, thank goodness. I thought he moved out of the range. And then we unpack at the other end, then it's another 2.5 hours of driving, and then sleep. And then we do it again. And then we do it again. And it just keeps going like that. So tomorrow it's that again. It was really nice to have a little bit of respite today by seeing my other brother, so that little brother from AU came to visit, and we got to relax and play some games and have a chat and all that sort of thing. Have a lot of cuppas. I think I had 4 cuppas today, 3 of which were coffee, so, you know, that's really healthy. But, yeah, because of that, it means that I'm getting really worn out. I'm really tired very easily. So I do apologize if that comes through, because it's true. I'm just tired. I'm quite tired. Now I can see my numbers have gone up for the stream, so I'll just let you guys know again in case people are here specifically for buyout. I cannot afford to do the buyout today. I'm really sorry, guys. I would love to, but I had to make a choice with the Resurgence Mega Capsules and this event dropping both at the same time. I know there are YouTubers who will definitely cover the buyout of that and show you guys exactly how the orbital works. I don't know that there are definitely YouTubers who will cover the Resurgence Mega Capsule, so I wanted to do one that I knew with less coverage. So hopefully another YouTuber, probably someone on the US server, will cover that for you guys and show you the orbital. If they don't, I will live stream it, but it will have to wait until my next pay so that I can afford to do so. And then hopefully they don't drop anything in the game for a little while so I can, you know, not spend money on DC. That would be very nice. But we'll see how we go. But that means today, if you are here because you want to see the buyout and the orbital function, I cannot showcase that. I'm really sorry. We will read through it and maybe speculate a little bit because I can't help myself with that, but I won't be buying it out. So please, if that's all you're here for, please don't feel the need to stay because I can't do it. I'd love to though, but I can't. So yeah, I'm after this stream today, a whole bunch of my equipment that I use for YouTube will not be here. So hopefully it will all go up tomorrow, but if not all, then the majority should be going up tomorrow to my new house. And yeah, it's gonna be very weird because even though it's going up to my new house tomorrow, I won't be living in the new house straight away, so I won't have access to everything. Did I do this? Oh, did he get through? Maybe I missed it. I don't know. I must not have paid close enough attention. But yeah, it's gonna feel weird. My room already is like half empty, and it's so strange as well because where we're moving our house is quite spacious inside, which is really, really lovely. So I'm really looking forward to that, but it's so funny because in this house, when we empty it, it looks so empty. And then we go to the other house and we put things in and it's like, did you even bring furniture with you? Because the house is so spacious the way that it's laid out. You can't even tell we put furniture in it. So it's very, very weird, but really, really fun. I think I've told you guys many times now, I love moving. So I'm having a great time, even though I'm very, very physically exhausted. And I feel like I've had a lot of exercise all of a sudden, which is mixed, good and bad at the same time. Because a lot of exercise at once is probably good for my heart rate and maybe building my muscles up a little bit, even though it's like start and stop. But it also means I'm very, very, very tired. And my joints are taking a little bit of a toll with it too. Not the most fun. Alright. Come on, come on. There we go. Thank you for healing my butt, Mum. Oh, that looks so pretty. Very nice. My mum has Constantine Ally, and it works very, very nicely for her. But also, I'm going to do this. You guys should be able to see the movement of my aura speeds up as I am fighting the enemies. See how it escalates and then it slows back down when I'm no longer doing it? It is quite cool. I do quite like that about the reactive auras. They're kind of pretty. And I'm very glad to see that that is one of the options that we can get from the Resurgence Mega Capsule, though, like I said in the other... I think it was Neo who had a really, really good point. These are unlockable with replay badges, materials and chromas are not. So that is very, very true and a very fair point.
We've completed all the circuits. Excellently.
Thanks, Lucia. I don't like hearing Lucia. We all coming? Yep. Alright, white dot activations, and then let's kick Amonster's butt. He has it coming, really. He's doing some very, very bad things, you know?
The devices on either side of the crystal to restore their green light.
There we go, let's grab the other side. So for anyone who doesn't know how to do this, when you first get in here, you need to deactivate these on either side of the crystals that you'll see here so that you can turn them from yellow to green, and then Amonster will come out because he'll be very upset by that fact.
Jordan. Mogo is about to be mine. You'll fight, of course. Fight and die in the core of a living planet.
Danielle said, do you think the new arc is tied to Crib saying she was going for Kryptonian tech? I'm not sure because it sounded like past tense to me. It sounded like they had already been to Krypton. But no, you do have a point. Because it sounded like they'd already been to Krypton, but it did sound like they were going for Kryptonian tech. So obviously a different place. It does make me think they did have foreknowledge of the fact that they were going to go down this storyline, which makes me think maybe my thoughts that it seemed like they rushed the ending episode, so Frozen Mogo, may have been mistaken, and it was just, if it wasn't rushed, then in my opinion it wasn't very well done. But yeah, it does seem like they knew they were going on this path. So good, I guess, and yes, it must be linked in some way to that, and good, I guess, if they want their full story narrative to continuously be one narrative from beginning to whenever DC finally ends, as long as they swap through the different characters that we could experience and the different comic books that we could experience, that will be lovely. And it's nice to see the main character for this particular story arc that they are doing, whether it's 4 episodes long or not, we don't know, is Supergirl. Because it is a character a lot of people do love, and at least she is recognizable from the comics and other locations, rather than someone they've made from scratch. What just happened to my character? She, like, ran up the wall.
Quick, strike while his shield's down.
I can't! I'm doing the crystal activation thing! She's very
It's over.
There we go.
You're done here, Amon.
Chosen said, how's my updated
Now,
style that
you
I
wanna tell us
posted?
what
I
you're up
didn't
to
look
in here,
yet!
Amon?
Literally what I did after I dropped the stream was just check my computer that everything was okay. I grabbed my drink bottle, I went down to my mum and my brother, had a drink,
Jordan,
and
come
then
in.
came back.
Someone go after
Oh,
Amon's shield.
and told
We
my
need to
daughter,
help
hey,
Mogo
I'm going
out
to stream
down
again. So that was all I did. And there is the daily progression. Woo! Also, temporal, lovely damage output. That's beautiful. Well done. Let's head out. And then see if Steve would like to join us and maybe queue up for the raid. Might as well get the currency, you know. Owlbull! Hello, Owlbull! He said, yo, what up? Not much. We're running not my favorite content right now. Let's go to the emptiest phase. So, map, phase. We're going to go to phase 3. There's only 2 other players there, apparently. Hopefully one of them is Steve, if he would still like to join us. Because I did earlier see him say, it might not be in here, but I think it popped up briefly. He said invite, which I'm happy to do, but we were in an alert at the time, so I couldn't invite you then. No, the chat has scrolled too far. Maybe I was mistaken. I'm not sure. Hang on. Friends. Spectrum. There he is. Invite to group if you are in the mood. Oh, really? Danielle had a pop-up saying that you got a head start? Awesome if you got a head start. Did it actually drop on the US server as well? If so, that's wonderful. Albel said, back to Fearful Mogo, huh? Yes. I mean, we're stuck with it, you know? It's not my favorite. Let's go and do the raid of it. Oh, hang on, we should do it through the other Alright, let's try queuing it up here. We'll see if there are other players on. We're not on the US server, so many of the people may be awake. We might be able to get into a full group of 8. If we can't, we'll just private match it with the group of 5. We shouldn't have any issue. It'll just be slightly annoying when we get up to the section where we have to do the power batteries. Danielle said, oh, loving my Phantom Lantern on villain side. Nice. She said, it's tricky build, but lots of options with an electric construct base. That sounds so cool. That's awesome. Very nice. Tiny Lilith, hello. Tiny Lilith said hi. Actually, technically she said hi all. It's nice to see you. Oh yeah, Steve said invite. Oh, it was in this chat. I wasn't sure. I thought I saw it in in-game chat. It clearly popped up on my screen somewhere, you know? Albel said, I did these so much not long ago, and now we're back, yay. Must remember we're getting a new story. It's gonna be okay. I mean, we just played it. We just played it last year. I'm a little bit tired of it. I wish they had have gone back further and done something a little bit earlier, but it seems like what we're going to have is 1 year of playing the story and then another year of replaying the story, and that sucks so much. I would much rather have something older that we could play, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. We're stuck with whatever they choose to do. And unfortunately, this is what they're choosing to do. I'm just going to check that I queued properly because sometimes it doesn't ready me up. Okay, we're all readied up. We'll give it a few minutes and see if we get a fuller group for the raid. If not, that's fine. We will private match it. Tiny Lil said, be honest, you really like Shadow? To be honest, you really like Shadow, lol. Who really likes Shadow? Did I miss something? I don't know. Oh, do you mean I really like It Shadow? As in the episode? No! No, I don't. There are aspects of it I like, but the most of it, no, not so much. But I must admit, I'm very glad we're past Kaznia. I don't like Kaznia very much at all. David said, once we get home from the grocery shopping this weekend, I'll help out in the live stream. Oh, with my villain. I remember you saying thank you. He said, I saw a picture of Red Lantern Ursa from the War of Light, so I made a style. David is amazing with styles, so I'm very excited to see that. Are you bringing Ursa specifically to the live stream? Because I'd be in favor of that. Albel said, good old Ursa. Hey, David. Chosen said, should I add some shoulder pads to my character's style? Let's have a look here. I don't know. I think I'd have to see some shoulder pads on. I have a tendency not to put them on my characters unless it's a part of an iconic style. But I also play female toons, so I think I prefer the shoulders to look a bit more slight. When you put the anything on the shoulder, it gives them more bulk. Now, I do have something on the shoulder this time. I added these once we got them, and that's because they look cool, but they also don't add bulk because they are kind of like filigree. There's a lot of gaps in between, so it doesn't really add much to the shoulders. It just kind of gives a bit of a pattern in the air, which I love. But I do think they would look pretty good with your style, I must admit. Also, you have a thing for this headpiece, don't you? That is understandable because it does look cool. Also, that looks amazing. I love that. Let's first UI off and get a picture. Then we'll queue up as private match and we'll go in as a group of 5, which shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Must get a picture because we look amazing. Oh, I always love when I get a picture of my mum flies because we get her really pretty wings spread out. There we go. So, yeah, if anyone is curious about what the reactive auras are like, we'll be playing the raid again. You'll be able to see them react again, but it's just motion. The movement increases when you're attacking and decreases when you're idle. Let's queue up this way. Events. No, not events. On duty. We'll do it this way. I know what I'm doing, guys. I'm very tired. All right, custom play. We want private match. Oh, it's over there. We can do it this way. Private match. Yes, please. A group of 5 shouldn't have any issue. Now, when it comes to doing the Kaznian raid, I would not recommend doing it with, like, not a very full group, because when you do, it just takes forever. If you don't mind it taking forever for 8 source marks, or 8 of the currency from... No, Kaznia doesn't even have extra currency now. It's still source marks. So if you don't mind doing it for 8 source marks, great! But there are other raids you can play that are faster and don't feel like a slog, and you don't have to swap between different obelisks. You know? Cohen said hello, so hello, Cohen. Danielle said, I did make an Apocalyptian Kal-El on my Dead World account, lol. Really? Do you have pictures? Because that's really cool. Very nice. Muzan said, give her some Red Bull. No, if we're gonna have some energy drinks, I'll take a mother. Thank you. Or Red Eye. I don't know if that's everywhere in the world, but in Australia we have one called Red Eye. And that one wakes me up really, really good, but also doesn't last very long.
It's our job.
But it's the most effective. I'm awake like so quickly. And then I have like a massive burst of energy for like an hour. But then it dies down pretty fast too. I crash. But it's definitely my most effective one. And I actually prefer Mother the way they had it before they changed the recipe, after Mother had issues with people's health. So I prefer the old version. The new version's okay. The old one was much better, I thought, and a lot less sweet, which was nice too. Muzan said, I haven't played in months. The heck is going on? Very expensive. I highly recommend you do not buy or open the Resurgence Mega Capsule without first having a very solid look at the rewards from it. you may not want to open it at all. Just be aware, guys. The pieces in there, I think, is for a very niche audience. And, yeah, it's probably not going to be for everybody. I think probably most people who do have those are not going to want them. So please be careful if you do open those, Muzan. He also said everybody came to EU server. That's where the party is at. Well, that is where we get access to things earlier. So usually I try to showcase on EU because they do give us those items a little bit sooner on there. And then everybody on the other servers can have a look and decide whether or not they're interested in it, which I think is quite good. Did we miss one?
Heads up! Some sort of ginormous
Oh, the
yellow
last one
construct
had not
is
yet
trying to
been
fight.
destroyed. Okay.
The golem's immune to damage.
Hello, little fella!
Mogo's gonna make energy crystals to help out.
Boop. Now, I do find it really annoying to play these things one after the other, I must admit, because they're so exactly the same as each other. But, you know, for the currency, I guess it might be worth it. I really, really hope they don't add the double currency after I've already played through and I've got my currency locked. No rewards coming through for me, no! But at the same time, I hope for everyone else's sake they do. Because, you know, there's not really much enticement to play more of the episode than one thing when you're only after the daily progress for the event. And I think they should do that, even though I can't stand these particular episodes anymore. I would like a break. In order to get full use out of them, I think they really should put double currency on there like they have done in the past. I hope that's an oversight and they will fix it, but if not, guess this is what we're stuck with, guys. On the bright side, it's a much faster playthrough if you don't really care about getting this currency any longer. I mean, we do know the next episode is about to drop, so it might be worth it for some things because you get both source mark and the currency for the episode, and you know that as soon as we hit June, when we get the new episode, that's all going to become source mark, so it's kind of like double currency, maybe? He's down. All right,
There's
get
more
the
to
next
deal
one.
with now.
Get some of my henchmen out. Come here, little fellas. Come on. Closer, closer.
Reinforcements.
There we go. All right. Take that and that. We missed one of them. On the bright side, did you see my orbital target the actual correct 2? Since when is my orbital helpful? It doesn't normally do that. It usually targets the wrong thing. I've been using it before and it targeted a barrel, like a health barrel, and an enemy, and I thought, great. And then the health barrel went flying through the air, and so the orbital was like a giant spinning, you know, like Saturn with the rings, it was like that, up in the air. I mean, it looked cool, but I would like the damage to go to something other than a health barrel, thank you. Very weird. I don't even think it's meant to target those. Come on, little fella. There you go. Oh, who's a good little evil construct of stones? Actually, is he a construct? I always question this, because the construct is the yellow thing, so are they not a golem that is separate, and they're just using constructs as defenses, like a shield? That's what it seems like to me. I think that's probably it. But, I mean, they talk about it like it's just a construct, so I don't know. Beautiful job, Steve! That's what we like to see. Oh, pardon me. You're going down, corrupted golem. Yay! There we go. Now I'm thinking, I do want to play through the solo for you guys, because there's a couple of things I will address in those just in case people have forgotten or have not played through them before. But I'll do that at the very end. So after this, probably we will go and do the open world, get through some of that so you guys can see those missions just in case you are new to the game. Or if you haven't played them in a while and you need a bit of a memory refresher, hopefully that helps. But honestly, they are ones that still have the non-source mark currency, so a lot of people do continuously play those until that currency is gone, because even if you don't use it for the items on that particular world or in that particular open world, you can use them as source marks later on, so there's potential that most people have been playing this anyway, which is one of the reasons that even though we all know the main reason I would rather not have this is because we just played it and I don't like it. Having it as something that people are playing over again, even though we've just done it and got that currency, just it seems like a bit too much. You know, just a lot. Give us something else, please. I really hope, like, it does seem like we're going to be going and rescuing all of the kidnapped children from Crib, which is going to be good. Have we lost one? No, we're all coming. Beautiful. oh, pardon me. So,
Those circuits are corrupting.
I guess that means we're going to rescue
Clear
her,
the nodes at
which
each
means
circuit
we're
until
probably
it
going
reaches
to
the
interact
yellow
with
grid.
Lucia again. But hopefully it's only one more time, right? We go, here you go, Lucia. Let's put this lovely child in the very trustworthy hands of a psychopathic murderer and leave. That's what it seems like it's going to be. And then we go from there, and hopefully the narrative is someone else and something else, and we don't have to deal with Lucia anymore. That would be very nice. But we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. I am really happy to see that it is a Supergirl main character arc. Even if it's not my main character arc, it's nice to see that. There are hints about it being her becoming a Red Lantern, which, frankly, I'm okay with that. I'm interested to see what they do, and even if they give us a Supergirl that is not the Supergirl that I love, and it ends up being a bit more, let's go with the word aggressive, that we've seen from James Gunn's little sneak peek and this movie that is coming out, I'm okay with that at least, because it's a character that we recognize, and there will be a lot of people who do enjoy that, even though it may not necessarily be me. A lot more people who enjoy it by comparison to the Lucia character that is something they constructed brand new, and I don't think it has a lot of people that like it. I haven't seen a single person in game create Lucia or even Esperanza, who's actually a lovely character, at all. So maybe I'm wrong and I've just missed it, but Supergirl is definitely someone who a lot more people are going to be happy to see. And I will be happy to see it, even if they do kind of butcher the particular Supergirl type version that I do like. Danielle is specifically talking to Muzan, so we'll leave that one. Quowen said you don't have to explain your financial decisions to us. You know, you don't owe us nothing, don't stress. Oh no, but I tell you guys, I want to buy these things out. So if I can't, I want you guys to know why I make the choices I do. And then also, if you guys disagree and say, hey, we'd rather you buy out the event, even if we don't necessarily get a buyout of... Ooh, dude, this guy's big. Even if we don't get a buyout of the Resurgence Mega Capsule, and you would rather the other one, you guys can tell me that, and then I'll know for next time, you know? Stop, dude! Stop! Urgh. How did he do that? No! He's a bad, bad man. How do I break through on him? He comes back this way if I activate this, right? Yeah, okay. What are you aiming for, girl? Aim for this guy. There we go. How come I couldn't break his shield down? Normally I can. That was strange. I don't know. Let's do one of these, because he's just annoying me now. He doesn't seem to know which way he needs to go either. He's a little bit distracted. There we go. Oh, really? Danielle said staff breaks shields faster. That's good to know. I always choose, or very, very frequently choose the bow. I shouldn't say always, because obviously when I play an iconic character, I try and lean into whatever that character would actually have. But yeah, I try. Let's grab this one. Also, yeah, when Quowen said nothing, don't stress, don't worry. I'm not stressed at all. I'm just explaining. But yeah, if you guys have a preference over what you guys would prefer that I buy out when this sort of thing drops, happy to hear that. Happy to pick whichever one you guys prefer to see. But like, a lot of people are going to cover the patrol. There will be buyouts for that by other YouTubers, I'm quite sure. So you just have to wait till the US server has it, and then I'm pretty sure you'll see it, which is really, really good. But I didn't know if people were going to showcase the Resurgence Mega Capsules, and honestly, I didn't want anyone to waste their money. I don't like them. I don't think a lot of people will like those. I want to use the word hideous, but I feel like that's being very mean.
Center circuit.
But I don't like them at all. Only the little sparkle thing around my character do I like, and that's like a very, very small part of it. All the other stuff is like very much screen pollution.
We completed the left circuit. Nice.
Yay! I was the slowest circuit.
We completed all the circuits. Excellent.
That doesn't surprise me, actually. Grab my reward, and then we're going to do the white dots, but I'll wait till everybody is in. So we can transform our crystals from yellow to green.
On either side of a crystal to restore their green light.
Beautiful, that's everybody. Oh, allow me to help you with these red dudes. Man, boy, man. The other one's on this side. What is happening with my character? Is she getting caught on every surface at the moment?
Energy of
I'm good with super speed, guys. Despite all of the evidence to the contrary. I promise I am. Well, how far have we got? We've got 2 more on that side too. Let's go get those. Come on, little fellas. Pardon me. Where is my pet? Grim, why aren't you out defending me? Come now. Last one? Yep, this looks like the last one before Amon Sir will come out.
You're
there he is.
Too late, Jordan.
I'm never too late. I arrive
Mogo
precisely when I mean
to be mine.
Oh, thank you. Muzan said congrats
You'll
on the
fight,
big
of
move.
course. Fight
Yeah,
and
it's
die
a fun
in
move.
the core of a living planet.
Took us a while to find the place we really, really wanted. We were quite fussy, but I mean, when you're going into massive depth for something, you need to be fussy. And it actually fits us really, really beautifully, which is really, really nice. And the layout suits us a lot too. So, and for a long time, my bedroom and my office have been the same room. Which you guys know, because I've said it multiple times. When I stream right now, I'm on my bed. When I make videos, you can see me sitting on my bed. So it will be really nice for those two things to be separated. And I do wonder, because you guys know I have quite poor sleep a large chunk of the time. I wonder if the amount of technology that is surrounding me in this room is something that does contribute to that, even though it's probably not the only thing. It's something that I wonder about, and I'm hopeful that by having all of my technology out in another room instead of right next to my head, maybe that will assist me in sleeping a little better, which would be lovely.
This shield is back. Make the crystals green again.
I had really bad timing on that orbital strike. Jeez, what did I do? He shielded up right as I hit him. That's so very unkind, Amon Sir. I thought we were enemies. We are enemies.
Attack!
I really want to though. I want to buy it out and have a look because man, it looks so cool. The orbital looks so cool, guys. I'm really happy that they did exactly what Danielle was talking about, which is make them faction appropriate. Red for villains, green for heroes. Yes.
Attack!
Thank you. Muzan said she's moving into Diddy's mansion. Oh, that, I mean, I wouldn't say no, as long as I didn't have to pay for it. But, and as long as he wasn't there. Like, I get the mansion. That would be lovely, but no. Look, it's a very old property that
Now's our chance.
I'm very excited. I'm really happy about it. And personally, we prefer an older property, so we're really happy with that, even if it's not something that's very, very desirable by a lot of people who are currently house hunting.
Over.
But
You're
we caught a good
done
one
here.
in a really bad market, which is a massive relief because we weren't sure we were going to.
You
So
wanna tell us what you were up to.
yay! And there are there's 4 of us who are moving together. My mum, my brother, and I are all owners of this property, and my daughter is also coming, of course. So
Jordan, command.
yeah,
Someone
it's
go after Amon Sur.
fun.
We need to help Mogo out. there.
Moving house is the best. Just saying. That was beautiful, guys. Amazing job. Also, I should leave that up longer, shouldn't I? There we go. For anyone who cares about stats, there are the stats. Yay! And now they're gone. All right, let's head out, and then we will go and do some Mogo missions, I think. Muzan said, that's how spacious it is. I wish it was that spacious. It's quite spacious. It's just very, very nice the way the rooms are positioned and everything. It works for us really, really well, so I'm really happy about that. Tiny Lil said, we are here to hear your motor mouth go. Lol! That is true! My motor mouth goes very, very quickly. And if I'm tired, it goes very, very quickly and slightly incoherently. So, as long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. Oh, wait, Steve is here. Steve, we need a photo with you in it because my last pictures didn't have you because you were somewhere else. I wasn't sure if you were coming back here. So if you hop just a little bit closer, because otherwise there's going to be a big gap in my thumbnail, which I can actually eliminate. We can cut his character out and plop him in closer. But I'd rather him be closer, because then I don't have to do that. And also it looks better. If I cut him out and put him there, then we don't really catch a very nice picture of him. It would just be a little bit weird. The cutout doesn't work perfectly. Quoen said, still waiting for that date at Mournful Mogo, Danielle. I'm pretty sure she turned you down. Just saying. Pretty sure I remember that. Danielle said, and the good vibes. Aw, thank you. I'm glad it's good vibes over here. But you guys contribute a lot to that. It's very easy to have good vibes when there's a good group of people who are all here together. Oh! We have someone else for the picture. Nightwing, very nice. Nearby. Also, I do believe he has the chromatic metallic on, which looks amazing. Oh, I don't know who he is. Is he this? Hang on. Let's turn the UI back on first so I can see who this is. Why doesn't it want to scroll? There we go. His name is D. Very detailed name. Lovely. I don't know if you want to join us. We're going to do some open world missions. You are welcome if you like. Let's turn the UI back off and get a picture. Yay! With my brother's feet in the air. I love how he chose a female character and named her Man Boy Man. There we go. We actually have footage of him creating that character, so it's pretty funny the way he came to that conclusion. Or that decision, rather. Danielle said, lol, you might be waiting a while, Quoin. It's true. He's gonna be waiting some time, I think, because I think the answer was already a no. Muzan said, did you just do the 8 Trigum 64 palm technique? I don't know what any of that is. No idea. Danielle said, USPS server got a head start on patrol. I'm on 2 out of 20. Yay! That's wonderful. Okay, that's the one I read earlier. Very, very nice. Quoen said, true love has no expiration date. I'll wait. I mean, true love might not have an expiration date, but human beings do. So I don't know that that's going to work for you, Quoen. Danielle said it dropped around 9 p.m. Central Time, I think. That's wonderful. So, guys, you might be able to run the event on the US server now then. Lovely. That's so cool. Thank you for letting us know, Danielle. Steve said, I'm at Mogo at the moment. That's probably where he was. All right, so let's head over to Mogo and get some missions completed. Let's do UI. Oh, wait, was my UI already on? I thought I had it off because whoops. Never mind. Because I was taking pictures. Let's warp over to Mogo, guys. Fearful day. Let's head over and get some missions completed. Kick some boss butts. Albel said, is still a while before I can play Power Out at the moment. Naturally, of course it is. Power outages really have a way of interfering with gameplay. Just very, very rude of it. You know, it's not really what we want to have happen. Oh, I must have collected already out here. Let's have a look in journal. I have indeed. We'll check Assault on Fear first, see if that's something we can activate and do as a group. We may not be able to. I don't know how many people it'll take us to get through it, but we can give it a shot.
I believe you have a
Yep,
job
we can activate.
to do.
Let's see how we go.
Get to it.
1 and 2, we probably won't have a problem. When we get to the third one, we may, because we may not have enough people to complete it, but we'll give it a shot. Chosen said, I mean my character style on Discord since I'm on Xbox. Oh, that's right. Temporal is in-game. I'd have to go and have a look. I can't do that when I live stream because the phone that I use to chat with you guys and everything and make sure I can interact with the chat is the phone where I can go across to my Discord and have a look. I can't do that right now, so I have to have a look later. And I definitely didn't have a look when we were in between 2 streams. So I very briefly went and had a drink
will fail.
and checked that my computer was all fine and everything was set up for my streams all fine. That's all I did, and then I came back, which is why it was so short. Oh, and went to the bathroom. And yeah, that's why the gap in between was quite short. Oh, pardon me. Why am I doing that? Ugh. My chest is fine. Everything is fine. Danielle said, I'll take some pics of him for you, Laura. Yes, thank you. That would be very nice. Tiny Lilith said, Evil Boom friend. Where? Is Evil Boom with us? Did I miss her? I didn't see her.
Set up a perimeter.
Don't throw. Wait, hang on. Is she in my friend? She was in my friends list. If that's what you mean, I don't know. Did I miss her? I don't know. Ah! David said, my Overgirl villain is Kryptonian, so Ursa works well, but just Red Lantern style, not Rage power set. That's fair. You are more than welcome to use whatever style you like on whatever power set you like, unless you're in Danielle's league, then you must follow their rules. But I mean, I use a whole bunch of different styles on this character because I use her for most of Multiverse's live streams, and he does different styles. So we always have some kind of a theme going on, and I try to make sure I adhere to that theme, even if I am on my fire character. So yeah, that is understandable. Danielle said, only thing I can get is the 6th dimension hair with the beard. From what? Only thing I can get. Oh, for the character that you're talking about. Oh, jeez. I'm making so many not connections today, aren't I? Ugh. It's like my brain is half here and half thinking about things I have to do tomorrow. I was gonna say half asleep, but it's not. It's not half asleep. It's doing things. It's just thinking about the phone calls and the packing and the transporting and the drive over and all of those things are rattling around in one side of my brain, while the other side is like, play the game, Laura! Which I am doing. It's fine. Quowen said I have the absolute Batbane head on my EU, just waiting for it to get sent to me in mail because I had it listed on Broker and the devs took it off. Oh, yeah. How long do you have to wait? Is it going to come back after the period that it would normally be in the broker? Which, thank goodness if that's the case, because otherwise you'd be waiting 60 days if it's going to be based off of mail time. You get 60 days grace whenever something is sent before you collect it, and then it will be returned to sender. But if it's doing the time period that you have it in the broker, that's 2 weeks, right? So at least you'll get it back soonish. And I hope you're enjoying that piece. It's really, I mean, I know that some people do feel like they missed out, but it is something that is coming into the game with whatever capsule they bring next, presumably. So I'm looking forward to that. And it does give us like a little bit of a hint about what might be coming, right? Looks like we might be getting an absolute villain capsule, which I think is quite fun. And finally, because we have a lot of hero stuff going on in the game at the moment, they've even made the narratives so that the villains are basically aligning with the heroes in a lot of things in order to get things done. So nice to see when they actually do something for the people who prefer to do the villain side of things. Danielle said I'll have to Google that style. Oh, okay. So Danielle, the Batbane headpiece. Multiverse actually had it on his stream when we did live at 5. It looks very, very cool, and it's something that's likely coming in the next capsules. It was accidentally dropped when people were opening the not 6th dimension, the absolute Kryptonian capsules that we've had most recently. So some people had opened those, and they ended up with drops from, we presume, the next capsule that's coming in. So, yeah, there's quite a few people who have showcased it. Green Lanterns are coming, right? Yes, they are. They're just coming really slow. Come on, little fellas. Oh, no. Oh, sorry, David. Sorry, David. I hope your pets aren't close by. Apparently, I have done that and summoned people's pets before. It was not intentional. I do this when I play games. I'm sorry, guys. Whee! I'm an adult. Quowen said it's from the time capsule. Absolutely it is. They added it by mistake early. I grabbed it fast, though. Well done grabbing it fast, and well done noticing as well. You wouldn't have had a lot of time to be able to get there, so nice. And now that means everyone has given us a little bit of a sneak peek into something we're probably not supposed to know about. Danielle said, oh, that is creepy. It was a little weird when it started dropping, but it would have been... I mean, I don't know. People bought the capsule from the marketplace, right, in order to do whatever it is that they wanted to get from the Kryptonian capsule. And then presumably, when people started noticing, everyone was snapping them up and trying to get them, and hoping to chuck everything on the broker and sell them, I think, or I suspect. And obviously they put a stop to that aspect of it, but at least no one lost the items that they received from that. But if you were someone who was putting money in specifically to get drops that you needed from the Kryptonian capsule, you've missed out because they have not then returned any funds or given you extra capsules or anything. So if you were looking for something specific from the capsules and unfortunately you weren't able to do it and that was your money that you already spent, it's already spent, and unfortunately you're stuck with it at the moment, which kind of sucks for anyone who was specifically, especially if they were looking for the last collection for the iconic ability, right? If people were after that and they got a whole bunch of drops of something else instead, I mean, great, you can sell it at the broker, except they can't. So, yeah, I don't like that aspect of it, but the rest, sure, it's people getting stuff early doesn't really bother me. Quowen said, yeah, it's based on the Absolute comics. I like it though, it's nice. Yes, it is nice, it does look cool. I'm hoping that the capsule is Absolute Bane, but I don't know what chest piece they would use because obviously the chest piece would be a bare chest. So I don't know what'll happen with that, but I'd prefer if it was Absolute Ivy, to be honest, because that would benefit me more. But up until this point, with the most recent 3 capsules, we've received a helmet or an extra item that went along with the main armor style that we receive as part of the capsule, which is why I think it's going to be Absolute Bane, because the headpiece is Bat Bane specifically, not just Bane. So yeah, that's why I think that, but I guess I could be wrong. Who knows? They may have made a change, but I suspect we're definitely going to get an iconic ability because they seem to really like doing that, even though the majority of players seem to really hate it. Oh, pardon me. Sorry, guys. Daniel said, would work on a Black Lantern Batman. That is true, it would. It would look really cool. She also said, Laura Downlow said Lucia is her favorite character. How dare you accuse me of such a thing? But she can't admit it on her streams, lol. How could you say such a thing? No! Lucia is one of my least favorite characters. I hate the fact that we're likely going to be returning Hope to her evil psychopathic aunt. I don't like it, and as far as I'm concerned, she should still be kind of a murderer because she no longer has a compassion ring that is forcing her to feel like she should be paying recompense to other people and experiencing compassion for them. Right? So it should have backtracked. In my opinion, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't like Lucia and I just want her to be gone. Can she be over, please? That would be nice. Nox says, hey, that girl from AU. Hello, Nox. Quolin said, I hate how the devs keep trying to make us care about these new random characters in these DLCs. I'd care more if they killed Titanic Trenton than these random characters. LMFAO! I mean, Titanic Trenton, he's been here for a long time. Lucia has not. So, yeah, I would care more too. But yeah, it is difficult because, the reason that a lot of people play this game is because it is DC. So those people want to see DC characters in the game. They want to be able to see things that they recognize from the comic books, potentially from movies as well, but comic books is only where their rights exist, so probably more so from there. They want to be able to play the characters that they love as well and see the storylines for them. Particularly, most people want to see recognizable storylines from the comic books that they remember. But with the story arc that was experienced for Lucia, we didn't have much of that at all, except by kind of grabbing storylines of other characters and using them for Lucia. Like, Razor's storyline has been added in, we've had Sorrow's storyline kind of added in, and Lucia was the one who ended up becoming Sorrow, and as far as I know in the comic book, Sorrow was one man. Nathan Broom, I think his name was, and I don't think there was another. Why didn't they just give us that storyline? Why couldn't we have seen his breakdown and him becoming Sorrow and, you know, the reaction from Carol Ferris, who was his partner? Why couldn't we see that? That's from the comics. That would have been interesting and would have been the thing that people were after, right? Something they recognized from the comics at least a little bit. There's definitely better storylines they could have covered. So I'm really, really happy to see that the next storyline is at least characters we know and love and recognize. And that makes me happy even if they do end up using Supergirl in the newer form that I've seen her in, because at least I will recognize her, and for some people that will be the Supergirl that they love to see, even if it's not mine. But Lucia, I don't think anyone loves that character. Does anybody? I don't think so. Like, I don't know, but I don't think there is anyone who loves her and really, really wants to see her more. I could be wrong, but I've spoken to a lot of people, guys, and no one that I know of is interested in that. Elbel said, I think, yeah, too much technology around your head at night ain't good for you. Yeah, I don't think so either. And honestly, I've had it like this for at least 5 years, I think, which is really, really not good for me. I am aware. So, yeah, I hope that by having that removed, it will at least, it will be good for me in one way, in that it will be healthier, which is nice. But also, hopefully my sleep will improve, right? That's the main thing I would like, is to see an improvement in my sleep. Let's go over and kick Hank Henshaw's butt. Whee! Do this boss next, since he is so close. Quowen said, that's me on my Nightwing character. Oh, yay! Okay, he looked great. He still looks great, but he looked great when he was wearing the Night King stuff. Nightwing stuff, jeez. I need some good sleep, guys. Let's hope I do. The more that we do this stream, the more tired I'm going to get, which is fantastic, because the more tired I am, the better I sleep when I fall asleep. You know, so that will be great if I get really, really worn out. I can see that everyone is close. Oh, no, actually, no, I can't. Quowen, are you close enough to get to Hank Henshaw? hopefully. There we go. My brother said, "Man, boy, man, the greatest super kick side hero the world has ever known." That's right. I'm so sorry that I didn't say her full name. We did toy with the idea of creating a league just for him with all of that written there. But it's, I'm pretty sure, too long even to put into a league name, so I think he's just stuck with Man, boy, man. But I gotta try to remember that it is Man, boy, man, the greatest super kick side hero the world has ever known. There we go. Which does that, wait, does that make him, her not a sidekick? Or not a, what, hang on, I don't know if it's a sidekick or a hero. I think it's a sidekick. And not a main superhero. Danielle said, on the towers I noticed many don't realize they need to pull the NPCs out of the ring to win faster. They keep pulling them in. Yeah, this is something I've actually experienced when I play with my best friend. He is a tank. He stays outside of the ring and pulls because he has like a really strong pull and pulls all of the enemies away from the ring so that we all stay in it. And he got told off by this other person who was like, don't you understand that staying in the ring is what's going to keep the green on it? We're supposed to stay here. And he's like, if I stay there, all of the enemies go inside the circle, which is absolutely correct. And he should not be inside the circle, and he pulls them all outside of it. You are right, Danielle, but apparently this other player did not realize. It's also not the first player that thought this, but this was one of the ones who did not like understand when it was explained to him that he shouldn't be doing that as a tank. It was so detrimental if my best friend, while he's tanking, stands inside the ring. Because he taunts and pulls everything. So yeah, if you are someone who can pull all the enemies or maintain the enemies outside of the ring, you should do that. Albel said hopefully the towers don't bug for this one. That's true. I have actually noticed though, if they do bug for you and you don't see the numbers going up for the green side, as long as you stay there throughout the entirety of that mission so that it goes to the point where the timer is out, sometimes it works regardless, and you get through even if you can't see the green numbers going up on your side. So there's at least that. You don't have to necessarily leave or just ignore it and go and do other missions instead. It should still function. I'm a little bit disappointed to see that it is still kind of an issue in the game, but they haven't fixed it. Just like I'm a little bit disappointed to see that Casimir is still functioning the way that it currently does and doesn't have a skip for everyone who has completed the initial storyline already. It is so cumbersome to play that thing over and over again, run back and forth from the pub a billion times. It's very, very annoying. I'm going to use the teleporter to go to beta, so Greenland's an outpost beta, so that when one, so that we can collect the mission completion.
You did good out there.
And then two, so that we can go and kick Archillo's butt, who is right next door to this. Whee! I've got to stop making that noise. I sound like I'm 5. Alright, let's take you down, sir. Tiny Lilith said, no evil boom friend. Spectrum 69, isn't she her friend? Oh, yeah, okay. So Steve and Boom, I do believe, are friends and do play together, yes. But as far as I know, Boom is not here today, which, you know, that's fine. I did have the stream come up kind of randomly. And even though I've told you guys I try to bring these streams to you the second a new event drops in the game, if my brother, that little brother from AU, is here visiting us, I try to see him for as long as I can. So I do need to wait until he leaves before I do the stream. So that means it won't be immediate. But with the moving of house, it might become immediate, because obviously being 2.5 hours away from where he is, we likely will change the way that we visit one another, and hopefully that means the streams will come sooner. Which will be good. Quoen said it'll be 14 days since I listed on the broker. Okay, good. So as long as it comes back to you in that 14-day period, that's very nice. I'm glad it's not going to go off the mail timer, as in mailbox timer, which is a 60-day period. That's a very, very long time to wait to get that item back. Surprised they just didn't do it like automatic return of those. I suppose that's extra work. Danielle said, yeah, you're an adult-ish, lol. True. I'm young at heart, you know? Oh, you all know that I'm 37 now, so you all know I'm not a child. But I have one. She's a teenager. My child is a teenager. She's really excited about moving. She has this, like, in her bedroom, there's, like, a section that's kind of like a little nook where her bed fits absolutely perfectly. And I wish I had that in my room. I don't quite. There's a lot of ads. I'll probably recently. I've always run away. But I do have a little bit of, like, there's this wardrobe they built over the doorway, which I find a little weird. But because it's so bulked out from the wall, it means that it sticks out enough that I kind of have a little bit of a corner. So I'm thinking of putting my bed in that corner so I have a little hidey spot, which is fun. My brother's doing the I'm finished jump. Now, I don't normally do dailies with people. Do people want to do the dailies as a group or not? I'm happy either way. Or do we just go and collect? Because I often will do dailies if I play by myself, but I certainly don't want to force you guys to do dailies, which is like one piece of currency for it. But yeah, let's at least head and collect, and then you guys can decide if you want to run the dailies. We certainly don't have to. We can go through a bit more of the chat, and then I will do the solo. But we'll collect
done
on
well
these
today.
two.
That said, Henshaw is quite persistent.
That's what I'm talking
Should he
about.
return
It
to
might
make a
be a
nuisance
while
of us,
before our killer
I
tries
trust
anything
you'll
like
show
that
him the
again.
error
But if
of
he
his
does,
ways.
I know
What on
who to
earth
call.
does that mean? Nox said, you lil demi-mutant. What's a demi-mutant? I have never heard this term before. I don't know. Danielle said, Laura, you know your voice is switching between normal and hyper. You usually stay at a steady hyper. Lol. It's because I'm so tired. Yeah, it happens. But yeah, both of them are pretty normal. And yeah, I do usually stay at a pretty steady hyper. But I'm sleepy. Actually, I don't know if sleepy is the right word. I'm just worn out. You know when your body is, I don't know, it feels like it's been running and it just wants to lay down and my eyes want to close and I just want to not focus on anything. That's the feeling I have, which is a good feeling for me because hopefully that means my sleep will be peaceful and come quickly, which would be lovely. Quoen said the skin set from the next capsule is Absolute Ivy. Yes, I know. I want to see that. I'm kind of excited about it. It does make me wonder if maybe we're going to get an Absolute Ivy style, which frankly I would prefer. But at the same time, I do know that usually the extra style piece they give us is specifically for the capsule style that we're receiving. So we got a helmet to go along with the Absolute Amazon. You know, we got a helmet to go along with the Absolute Kryptonian. They are both Superman and Wonder Woman, and the helmets go with that. So it makes me think the headpiece that we've got for Bat Bane is something that goes along with that. But I could be wrong. Hopefully the skin is it, and I get Absolute Ivy. I would much, much prefer that. But as a player who plays mostly female characters, that works for me. I don't know if that's going to be what the majority of players want. And whatever the majority of players want is what I prefer to see in the game, because then it's for more people, you know? Oh, hello, Boop. Boop said, hey, hello. Apparently Danielle is evil, according to herself. Leonard said hi, so hi, Leonard. Quoen said, Betty Boop, I don't know how to say that, Kioni Killer, hello. Betty Boop is awesome with PvP. For anyone who doesn't know, she has her own channel and she does a great job. If anybody is interested, you should head across and have a look. Danielle said Lucia is obviously just misunderstood. What are you trying to do? You're just trying to antagonize me, Danielle. She said she was a victim of Neron increasing her need for others' powers. Yeah, increasing it, which was something she already had, making her an addict. Then she was brainwashed by Indigo instead of a healthy method. I agree with this, actually. I don't think it's healthy that the narrative is people do toxic things and then the Compassion Lanterns come along and go, here, let's fix it for you by forcing an emotional reaction on you so that you feel bad about this situation and then change your ways. It's not real. It's fake and forced, and I hate that, and I wish that wasn't a thing. I understand I have no control over what DC decides to do, but if I had to pick a Lantern Corps based off of just what they represent, it would be Compassion. But Compassion isn't what they represent, it's what's forced upon them after they have been psychopathic murderers. And I do agree, Neron did have a massive effect on Lucia, making her worse than she was previously and increasing the likelihood of her being addicted to this power stealing, but she was doing it before that. It was an increase, it wasn't him forcing her from nothing. So I still don't like Lucia because that is the way she is inclined regardless of Neron. And the fact that she no longer has the Compassion Lantern ring doesn't negate the fact that she had that originally, even if she is a Blue Lantern at the moment and inspires hope. I think that bringing her niece to her is stupid. Could just be me, I don't know. Oh, did people answer in here if they wanted to do the dailies? No, that's fine. Tiny Lilith said, so my tiny Lilith will take care of Hope. Oh, good. Over Lucia. That's probably better. She said, but Lilith is a demon that lives in hell. I'll take real good care of Hope, lol. I mean, both are bad decisions, right? I think I would much have preferred the storyline and enjoyed it more if the child belonged to Lucia. Esperanza. I keep going to say Esmeralda because of multiverse. If we were returning her to Esperanza and then she raises her sister's daughter up in a good way instead of the way that she would have been raised with Lucia because of Lucia's inclinations that she had, I would have much preferred if it was swapped around because Esperanza's lovely. Even if she is a brand new character that I don't recognize from the comics, at least she's kind. Lucia is not kind in my mind. She's not at all. And she also seems cocky at the very end when we have that interaction with her that you can still activate just standing on frozen Mogo. She's the cause of the issues, or at least a large contributing factor to the issues, and doesn't really acknowledge it and just talks about how, isn't it nice that this situation is now like this? Like, seems so cocky and arrogant and I hate it. Danielle said, then she was devastated by the murder of her sister in front of us as a part of a ploy by Lissa. Correct, she was. And then Sorrow took over the entirety of Mogo. Yay, that was awful. But yeah, she then, when she became Sorrow, she lost her Compassion Lantern ring. Which means even if she was massively experiencing sorrow and everything that went along with that, doesn't negate the fact that she was the psychopathic murderer that she was previously, in my mind at least, and in my thought. Maybe I am mistaken on that. The Sorrow Lantern Ring has only been expressed once in the comic books for Nathan Broom. So maybe there's more to it that I don't understand or know about. But as far as I know, sorrow does not negate their natural inclinations. It's just them experiencing it very, very heavily. And it doesn't mean that they have changed personality, which means she should be back to what she was before she took the Compassion Lantern Ring. And I would say also before Neron. So a much more mild version compared to Reckoning that we would recognize. Quoen said when Lucia, I think it was, died in the episode intro, I cheered. Lucia didn't die? She's been alive. Wait, in the episode intro? What do you mean? Do you mean if she died in the intro, you'd cheer? Because the intro hasn't come into the game yet. If there's something that's been released on Creator League or something like that that I have missed, there's a good chance of that. I have today not noticed anything on DC really because I've been seeing my brother. But if that's something that happened, I might experience relief that I don't have to see the character again. But I don't really like the idea of people dying in general. But yeah, that's not nice. Oh, there we go. Danielle said that was her sister. That's what I thought. We're talking about Esperanza, right? Unless there's something I haven't seen. I think I saw DarkHorus pop up a second ago on my screen. DarkHorus, are you here? Do you know about anything like that? Because DarkHorus is part of the Creator League. But I may have seen the wrong name, which is why I didn't say anything. It was a very quick pop-up. Danielle said Lucia is obviously a true hero. Would you stop? Oh, I know what you're doing. She goes, obviously a true hero to overcome all of that and find hope. Now rant, Laura, lol. I literally ranted all the way up until that point, but yes, I don't agree. Definitely don't agree. I mean, she doesn't, I mean, as far as I know, which I will admit, I was educated by my brother, people who have the hope rings are because they inspire hope in others. Is that not correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. In fact, if you're correcting, correct my brother if he's wrong. But if that's the case, then she doesn't find hope, right? She encourages hope in other people. Doesn't necessarily mean she's experiencing it, though it would be much more helpful to experience hope in order to encourage it in others. It's not mandatory. Because I can have no hope in my life, but still be encouraging toward others. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't stand Lucia. And also the scene where she supposedly turns to the Blue Lantern and has that weird, all of the projection of voices of people from her family, from her life, from her past, coming around her. That seemed like not something that would cause her to suddenly have hope, in my opinion. Now, that's the way they went with it. That's fine. But I still don't like Lucia. There's nothing they can do to fix this for me, short of having something occur that actually makes her become better than the person she was before Neron got to her, which means some kind of therapy or something that, you know, is supposed to be plaguing her is removed, even if they had to go the route of she's infested with an evil, I don't know, slug, and they remove that and suddenly the thing that's been manipulating her to be murderous this entire time is gone. Yay! But putting a ring on and then taking it off does not negate the fact that that's what she was. So, yeah, I just want her to no longer be part of the narrative. Please, please, DC. Quowen said Fracture was the biggest original DCUO character. Oh, sorry, was the best original DCUO character. I don't know who Fracture is either. I'm so sorry, guys. You guys always know more than I do about DC, though. I have a very limited amount of knowledge, and it's not the reason I started playing this game. Even though I love DC, I started playing this game because my best friend and I were looking for an MMO we could play together that was free. And this was the one we chose, and honestly, I love it now. I loved it then too, but yeah, I definitely know less than you do guys. You guys know about the lore. Arcano said, I'm thinking of being a healer. Any advice? Pick water. Water's fun. Water is a really good one. If you're okay with a slightly more complicated build, but stronger healing, electric is a really good one too. If you don't like combos, avoid Celestial, because even though I really like playing Celestial, a lot of people hate it. I've also seen really, really strong sorcery healer builds. So I would pick between water, electric, and sorcery. But my preference for what I like to play when I'm healing is probably water, and then Celestial, and that is an unpopular opinion. If you do want to have a look at some other people who have really good healer builds, because I don't, I am a tank primarily after damage, then I would highly recommend going across to DarkHorus' channel. He does have one who I believe is a healer, correct me if I'm wrong, DarkHorus, and then Gingerbread Man, his primary character is a healer, and they do a really, really good job too. And definitely use Purple Healing Ray and Page. They're the best two artifacts you can put on a healer, in my opinion, too. Oh, Danielle agrees with me. Water and electric. Oh, she said are her favorite roles. That's fair. I think they're the two strongest. I don't know if I would call electric my favorite, but water definitely is. Danielle said fatigued. It's the only way I can sleep past the spine pain. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, right? You get worn out to the point that your body just won't stay awake any longer. That's kind of what I do. I get worn out to that point. And honestly, physical labor doesn't wear me out quite as much as social things do, which I know sounds kind of counterintuitive or silly, but because I'm not a social person, I can do social things just perfectly fine. Like I can do YouTube, I can go out and talk with people, experience things perfectly fine. But after I'm done, I am worn out and tired, and I get tired faster that way than physical things that I could do for like 3 days straight and not be quite as tired. So social things are a good thing for me to do if I want to get fatigued to the point where I'm going to fall asleep whether I want to or not. So not have any chronic pain. And so what I need for fatigue in order to fall asleep is probably quite different from what Danielle needs to do, because chronic pain, it sounds absolutely horrible, and I've never experienced it myself, so I think that's awful, and I'm really sorry that's happened to you, Danielle. DarkHorus, oh, DarkHorus, I did see you, said hello, Laura and Mum. Hello, DarkHorus. It's nice to see you. Danielle said, I love how Lucia makes Laura rant. I've noticed, because you're very good at just putting a whole bunch of things in the chat to antagonize, even though I'm pretty sure you agree with me on most points. Not all, but most of the points I have for her, so that's pretty funny. Danielle says they get hope ring because they have hope, I think. Oh, good. And it's the type of hope to inspire others to do good. So they have hope, and they inspire others to have hope. Or at least to do good things. Excellent. Thank you for that clarification, because I wasn't 100% sure, because I only got it from my brother, and let's be honest, sometimes brothers are not correct, you know? Who knows? He's probably sitting there right now like, no, Laura, you misunderstood me, and now you're making me sound like I was wrong. Probably true. I'm just going to get a picture, because I can see that Dee over there is taking a whole bunch of pictures, but now I want some. I love the way my brother's character's just like doing flips in the background there. It makes for good pictures. There we go. Quowen said we need a Titanic Trenton prequel. Ah, that is a mouthful. Titanic Trenton prequel. I mean, I don't think a lot of people would be fully against it, but I think we'd rather have stuff that is from the comic books than for Titanic Trenton, but at least we know this character for a long time in DC, and it could potentially be better than Lucia, at least. There we go. I knew my brother would say something. Hang on. Let's see what he said. check over here. He said it was as far as I knew in capitals because, you know, I'm clearly wrong. Have only read a few comics. There you go. He was, I will admit, he was absolutely correct. He said they inspire hope. But he did not necessarily say that they themselves do not have hope. So that was probably me embellishing on what he was explaining to me. So there you go. Steve said water as well. There we go. You have many, many suggestions for your healing character, and all of those suggestions are water. It's the one my mum uses. It's very, very strong. It's the one I prefer the most, and Celestial is a close second, but as I said, most people don't agree with that one. Most people prefer to use electric, and then, which I do think is the strongest one. Maybe water is comparative now because it has had an update to the water power set, but electric is very, very strong and is now a little bit more versatile because if you add the Blue Lantern abilities to it, you have extra artifacts that you can utilize that you couldn't before, which is very, very nice too. And then, yeah, sorcery seems to be the next choice after that as well. But no one likes plant at all as far as I can tell, and very few people like Celestial. It's just me over here by myself, I think because it has a lot of combos. Arcano said, okay, I'll go with water, thank you. There you go. No way! DarkHorus said, no love for nature healing. Oh, I thought you said, no, you love nature healing. Yeah, I can't see a lot of people who enjoy it. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you know some people who love healing with the nature ability, let me know, because I have not met any of them. Danielle said, but it's also the type of hope. Mr. Freeze's type of hope didn't fit Blue Lantern Corps. That's fair too. I'm so glad you're here, Danielle. You know all of the Lantern stuff, which is really, really nice. Oh, my mum said, D, your character says away. Yes, he does. He ran away. I mean, that's okay as long as he doesn't mind his character being logged out. Let's get another picture. All right, so I'm taking another picture because I'm about to run that solo, and obviously I can't bring the group with me, even though they're all amazing. It would be nice if we could, but unfortunately, no. There we go. Oh, hang on. DarkHorus said, I made some amazing nature heals in my league, but they retired. Pictures or it didn't happen. No. That's fair. Even just because I haven't met them doesn't mean they don't exist, but it does mean that there's fewer of them because I've met so many water and sorcery, and heaps of electric. Electric for a long time was a favorite. I do think a lot of them have changed to water now, though. But yeah, I think maybe I've met one nature healer, and that would have been back when I was on Switch, so 6 years ago. Since then, if I see nature, it's a damage build, and it's usually someone doing like a Beast Boy transformation, or someone doing plant for an Ivy or Swamp Thing, something to that effect. Otherwise, I don't really see plant much, but I also definitely haven't seen healers. So even when I'm in load-ins and stuff, I don't see a healer. If I see a healer in the group, the least likely one is plant, followed by Celestial. So, yeah. Every now and then, though, there's a Celestial healer, which makes me happy. Nigel said, nature is cool, but it's not my favorite. I don't think it's anyone's favorite for healing. Yeah, as far as I know. I mean, you guys, I interact with a large amount of people, but I definitely don't interact with everybody. And my group of people I interact with isn't that niche because I play US, I play EU, I play Xbox, I play Switch. So I do play everywhere, but it's dependent on time of day. I only play with the people who play at the time of day that I play, so they're the only ones I really interact with, and then other YouTubers. Danielle said, my Tess Mercer, a Smallville TV show, is nature because she wanted to save the world and has ties to Darkseid, so I made her evil. That is cool. I actually have nature characters myself, but one of them is a female version of Beast Boy, and the other one is Ivy. So that's where I've used nature. Oh, and one of them is like a butterfly character that I have on Switch from very, very early on when I was playing. My mum said... Oh, apparently Steve is away now. Everybody's away, look. Steve and Dee both will play it because they can't have multiple armories that are really, really strong and effective. So that I do understand as well. Oh, I think we've hit the bottom of the chat. So guys, I am going to leave the group and I am going to run the solo. When I come out of the solo, I'm going to be back at the streaming tree. So if you guys do want to go back to the streaming tree to be there at the end, you are welcome to. Let's go. Hang on. We've got to leave the group first. So we'll go group. Leave group just here. There we go. And then we'll queue up for the solo, which is just in the event tab. Patrol, you can see here solo, we're doing Hidden Lantern Village. Now this one's slightly fiddly. When you do play through this, you have to follow the path that they set out for you, and also apparently the glitch that Lucia kind of stays back in the wrong position on one part is still something that happens. So yeah, we'll go through those things when we have a look. It's not a big deal, like it's not really, really difficult. Why am I in the water? To get through or anything, but if you do run too far ahead, it will not progress. So it's got like little sections you need to pass on your way through.
Don't get too excited. This place is supercharged with the power
Danielle
of fear.
said good night,
That
everyone,
means
and good
yellow
day.
lanterns.
Good night,
Go find
Danielle.
Miss Kwanzaa. I'll cover the entrance.
I hope you have
in
a
case our
good
yellow
sleep
friends
or
decide
have a
to
good
drop
day, depending
by.
on what time you are up to right now. But I think because it is my nighttime, I'm pretty sure you are in the US, so it's probably your daytime. So good morning.
This place, I can feel the compassion behind its creation.
Is that right? Lovely. Wow, I reach really high when they do that fan thing. I hate the fan ability. It's one of my least favorite abilities that NPCs have. When you're playing from 0 to 30, which we have just recently with the Ultimate Recruitment event, I can't stand when they yank my character around everywhere! Everywhere! Like, I understand my character's being attacked and she's supposed to be negatively impacted by the enemies, but come on! So annoying! There we go. Oh, pardon me, sorry guys. But yeah, we have... So, there will be polls going up on my channel, guys, for you guys to vote in. Which build I should have, which movement I should have, which weapon I should have. You know, you guys get to decide the build of my next character.
It took our leader, but he tried to protect us. They were too strong.
No one? I think we've done it all. Let's keep going.
Please help.
There we go. The X progressed on its own. We're fine. And I am curious, do people prefer if everything on the list is stuff I don't play very often? Like my last choices of things, with the exception of, like, we just played Atomic on the EU server when I was doing my Lantern character, my greedy Lantern, so I would avoid using that one, and we're also just about to use Rage, on the US server. So I would pick ones that aren't those two, that I also don't use very often for abilities and things like that. We'd probably put the shield and the two-handed in as options. Oh good, she didn't stick. So usually Lucia sticks here and won't progress forward. If that happens and you come to here and she won't follow, all you have to do is run back and loop around her and come forward again, she'll follow. I don't know why that works, but yeah, sometimes she sticks. She hasn't today though, so that's good. But yeah,
I recognize her.
but I'm curious if
She
you
was a
guys would
Kaznian
prefer me to
detective.
only put up things that are
I
either
killed
stuff
her.
I haven't used a lot,
How could
or
she be
things I very
here?
much dislike, like the shield and the two-handed weapons,
Look out,
or if
it's
you
a
would
zombie.
like an option for something I do like as
Oh,
well.
no, there's
Because
one.
I think it's really
isn't
fun
possible.
when you guys pick stuff that I don't play often, and I have to play something that's fiddly or tricky, or, you know, something I find mildly annoying. I think that's fun. And then it also forces me to play something I haven't played in a while, because even though I have played every
Things
single
shouldn't
weapon
be
and every
here.
single power
They're
set,
dead.
there are some that I don't play very often at all. And so I think that's fun. But there's also stuff that I really, really do love, including some that I love and don't play very often. And I'm curious, do you want that added in, or would you guys rather see me pick from, see you guys pick from things that you know are not my favorite? Because I don't mind either way, frankly. And also, with a kilo that I'm going to be creating, for the US server, we have already definitely grabbed some stuff I don't like, and stuff I don't remember well. Because I
There's
do
a
actually
shelter
like
not far from
Rage,
here. We need
but
to get
I
there
haven't
and
played it
protect.
in, I'm gonna say maybe
Heads
4
up,
years
people. Really a lot of
actually
yellow
strong
energy
and
around
well,
here.
with everything functioning the way that it's meant to. Because I can't remember how Rage Crash works
Learn
at all,
everything as
so
much
I'm gonna have to
care as
re-look
possible.
at all of that. So yeah, and then also we all know that Controller is my least
Care.
proficient ability that I can use. So
need your
maybe you guys would like to see me use my a controller that I don't use a lot. So that would probably be munitions is the one I use the least. But the issue with that power set is I have Harley on every server, just like I have Wonder Woman and Shattered Shadow on every server. They're the same character repeated, and she is munitions, so I do use her quite a bit. So I do know the power set well, even though it is not my favorite. It's just the most appropriate for Harley. So like there's things like that where I'm not really sure what you guys would prefer to see. I'm wondering if I should just put up a post and say, you guys put your suggestions in, and everyone, the one that gets the most likes is the one that we do. Because then, you know, you guys could say you want a whole bunch of different things and list everything you like the idea of, and then everyone else voted on your guys' suggestions, and the one with the most likes is the winner. That could work too. Yeah, I really don't mind. Whatever you guys prefer is what I'd like to do, because you are the ones who have to watch it.
Not gonna work this time.
Oh, pardon me. Danielle. Oh, sorry, I read that one earlier. Oh, Tiny Lilith said it's 6:30 a.m. my time. It is the morning for you. Yeah, I think you are also in the US, if I am not mistaken, Tiny Lilith.
You.
I'm really sorry, I forget where everyone lives.
You were enemies.
But yeah,
Trying to kill me.
What am I? That makes it 8:30 p.m. for me.
Oh, something's wrong. Something. You were strong.
Danielle said, remember, giving Laura a thumbs up is the same as giving yourself a thumbs up, and it's appreciated, lol. I mean, sure. If that's the way we have to say it. No, look, it is very nice if you do give me a thumbs up if you guys are enjoying the content. That would be lovely, but you're certainly not obligated. Mind you, if you're not having a nice time, I don't know why you stayed.
She's gone. There's always hope.
Yay! Thanks for letting me know about the hope there, Esperanza/Esmeralda. Oh, in this one, I so frequently go, like, they spawn a set of 5 of the enemies, right? Every time I knock them out, I remember when I used to play. Not recently, obviously, I kind of avoided this episode. But I'd be like, oh good, we're done, and run over here. But no. There's another 5. I've done it so many times. Oh. Down you go.
Good.
Also, why do we
Keep
have to
going.
activate that?
Follow my light.
Also, this takes forever to get to the shadow wall. We just have to, like, hang out over here for no reason. Come on, little ball of light. Let's go. Also, what is that ball of light? Is it something she's projecting?
Yes, you made it.
Which, I mean, that takes a lot of concentration since she's also maintaining this kind of shield field thing and getting attacked. Well done, Esperanza. You died too soon.
Wish we had these rings
Or
when we were
will
kids.
die too soon,
Right?
since
We could
we
have
are
skipped the
before your
bus
death,
and flew to
obviously.
school.
Alright. Shadow Dude, let's go.
Darkness and death.
Darkness and death doesn't sound very nice. Actually, the darkness sounds nice. The death, not so much.
Making this harder.
I love I'm watching my aura that I've got on. I do quite like the way it's like, oh wow, did he go down that fast? Jeez,
Yes.
how it's quite
You know I
reactive.
don't
It's
like
quite
these.
fun to watch, I must admit. I have the one that we got from the Extra Life event currently on my Storm character, so that as she does stuff, we can see that. Now, this is the one place where you can actually skip ahead, so I skipped that, and then if you go over here instead of going all the way around, usually you do have to knock out a couple of the enemies that come around the corner, so here they are, before it will actually activate Lissa as the boss. There we go. But as soon as it does, you're good to go. Alright, let's do this. Take the bats! I love that iconic. I know it's not the strongest, but it looks so cool! Doesn't it? It looks so good. I love it so much. It's definitely my favorite. Out of the 3 iconic abilities, it's my favorite one, which I know a lot of people will say the Sunstone Cape, which I still do really like as well. I have that on my tank build. I do use it. But the Bat Swarm looks the coolest in my opinion. And I did quite like the Amazon... oh, is that done already? Dude, that was fast. Okay. That was the fastest I've ever done that, I think. I don't know.
I've seen it before.
It's been a while since I played it.
We
let's be
need to
honest.
get out of here before it overwhelms us, too.
Oh yeah, I don't want to become sorrowy. Let's leave. Wait, we're not going to leave this way. We're going to walk back to the House of Legends and go to the Streaming Tree. Because that is where we belong. Tiny Lilith said, yes, I'm in the US. Hey! I remembered. I apologize if I ever mix up anybody's location or name. There's a lot of you, and sometimes it's hard to keep track of everything. Also, some of you guys are so similar in personality because you're all a bunch of sweethearts with amazing senses of humor. And so sometimes I literally mix you guys up with each other, which is not good. But I definitely do that sometimes, especially when tired. Let's head to the 3rd phase where it's the emptiest, and we can chill out here until we are done, which I think we are close to done. We will read through this though. Let's go to the event tab and read through exactly what the orbital says so that we know what reward we're aiming for here. Even though we get a whole bunch of currency on top, the main thing I think people are interested in is definitely this orbital. Alright, it's oh, how did that happen? Oh, I put my controller down and must have pressed it too hard. Hang on, we'll do that again. Okay, put it down gently. It says, Hard Light Crash Out Elite Uplink Device Trinket. This is account bound, integrates when equipped, so once you put it on one character, it's stuck on that character, which does not matter. It's fully reclaimable across all of your characters, so it's fine. We also cannot sell. It has a cooldown of 210 seconds. It requires a target, which is the same as the Omega Beam one, the one I have been using today. It's got a radius of 3 meters, its charge up is 2.5 seconds, and the CR damage modifier is 200 times 3, ambush modifier 270 by 3, activate time is 8 seconds, 0.8 seconds, which I think is standard. Let's have a look at my one and see if it's 0.8 seconds as well, because it does have that slight delay. Yeah, it's 0.8 seconds for that one as well. So yeah, that's pretty standard at this point. Looking at the damage output of this though, it does look like it's very, very strong, which is very nice to see, and it does mean that any orbital you currently have is probably going to be overshadowed by this one quite easily. This one also says that it has a power interaction of dazing enemies, making them vulnerable to dazing effects. It requires a hard light crash out from the hot-headed lantern Guy Gardner, targeting up to 3 enemies. Oh, 3 this time. So that's different as well. We've been targeting 2 up until this point. Damaging them with fist constructs if the target is above 75% health. The attack deals extra damage. So you want to cast this on enemies that have their full health bar if you can, as soon as possible. It also says cannot be used in PvP deathmatch arenas. That is pretty standard as well. This does not say guaranteed hit, but I will say, since it does say that it requires a target, that makes me think that it's probably a guaranteed hit, just because otherwise you can't cast it. So casting it onto nothing is very similar to having no enemies around when you cast it and it just hits nothing. This one requires a target to do so. This makes me think you have guaranteed hits on this the same way that the Omega Beam works, which, go back across, which I believe also says requires target on this one. Yep, see, requires target at the top of that, which means this one is one that also guarantees a hit. Let's go down to the Athena Blade, which I also have on this character. This one is one that does not have requires target, which means I think if it says requires target, it's a guaranteed hit. If it doesn't, it is not a guaranteed hit and you could hit anything with it. Now, the plus side of that is if you want a really cool shot and you just want to cast it and have everything land on top of your character, Athena Blade is a good one to do that. But who's doing that other than YouTubers? Nobody! So I would highly recommend that you do grab this uplink device, even if it's not something you really, really need because you do have the Omega. This one is stronger, for sure, and it also is a little bit more funny, but also this contributes to your campaign. So don't forget, guys, when we have a patrol, it means that it is a progression for your campaign. You do need to do all 4 of these if you want to get the campaign rewards. The campaign rewards are good ones. You have some very nice options in here. Depending on whether you play one character or multiple, it will color the choice that you would want from here. But the chroma potentially is going to be really, really nice for a lot of players. It may not be my favorite because it is toon shaded, which is a particular kind of material I don't like. I love the shaded aspect. I don't like the plasticky texture of it, but chromatic in this context means that you can color all 3 swatches to whatever you like. Very, very handy. Also, we all know my first choice on there is the wolf. Oh, everybody's here! Look at that! Is the Wolfpack token, which is quite pricey if you try to buy it. It is something that is definitely worth it because the amount of effort you have to put into leveling an artifact is a lot of time or a lot of money, depending on your choice. And having it so that all of your characters do not have to do that on an artifact, particularly if you're using a damage one, all of your characters are capable of doing a damage build, means this is worth grabbing for your characters so you can do that. If you are a solo player, however, go the chroma. Go the chroma! because one character isn't going to benefit from a Wolfpack token or from the Legion as well, which this is also quite handy, but I will say the amount of effort you go into leveling an ally is a lot less time and money than leveling an artifact, so I see this in my mind as less valuable, even though it technically costs the same amount from the marketplace. Also, if you do opt to get the ally tribute rather than one of the other rewards, please make sure you level the ally you're going to use it on up to level 10 before you use it, because it will work if you're not at level 10, and that would mean that all of your characters will get it to, let's say, level 7. Yay! But then you still have to get it to level 10 on every single one of those characters. Wait till you hit level 10 before you use this. Then, for anyone who doesn't know the other rewards that we have here, we have 2 iconic abilities. These are the ones that are very difficult to get from the capsules. This one is the Bat Swarm ability, which you just saw me use. It's very, very fun. It's not very, very strong, but it is very, very fun, and it does look cool. Keep in mind it is a supercharge. This one is the Nemesis Lasso ability. This one I really did enjoy for a brief period of time. It is not a supercharge, which is nice. You can utilize it more frequently, but it does glitch out. So every now and then it will not disconnect when you press the disconnect, and you end up not being able to utilize it in that way. It delays your ability to do other loadouts and makes it so you're moving slower and not doing as much damage output as you can. Or if you wanted to do something like taunt or pull, because most people use this on a tank build, which is what I did, it delays you being able to do that as well. You're just kind of stuck holding this lasso and can't cast a single loadout. Very, very frustrating. Also, if you are a solo character player, these ones might be useful to you. You can get a rank 150 artifact pack, which allows you to rank up an artifact all the way to 150, or you can get the level 7 ally pack, which allows you to rank up an ally all the way to level 7. Personally, I don't find those ones to be worth it. They don't compare to the other items for me, but I am speaking from the perspective of someone who plays multiple characters. If you don't, those ones may be more enticing for you, which is understandable. DarkHorus said fun to watch. What was fun to watch? My stream? Thank you. If that was the case. Izzy said, so it's finna be strongest orbital strike. Let's go. Yes, it is. It is going to be the strongest orbital strike. It's also going to hit more targets, and it's a guaranteed hit, just like the Omega. So I would recommend you grab it. It's strong. It's very nice, and I'm also really happy that they did give us an orbital. I don't know how many of you were here for the stream where I talked about hopefully an orbital comes back and hopefully henchmen come back so that some people who missed out on those can get them. I mean, we did just have spring. Everyone should have been able to get a couple of the Envirotechs if they were really trying to for characters, but having ones that you can have on every single character through one gameplay like the event tab is much more handy, so you don't have to work out on every individual character. Particularly as the Envirotech henchman, I think my mum checked, she can't pass it to another player, but you can pass it to another character. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, Mum. I'm not 100% sure. But I prefer the zombies because I like that they taunt and draw damage so that I can get my damage output. Even though I know the Envirotech ones are very strong, I prefer the zombies, so I didn't have to work too hard at getting the Envirotech guys. But this means anyone who did miss out on a really nice orbital can get one now, and it's funny. I think it's quite fun the way that they've referenced the Guy Gardner scene in the most recent Superman movie. I quite like that. Oh, Andy, hello. Andy said, hey, it's 6:45 a.m. for me. I just got done my live stream. What are you doing? You're streaming all night. Dude, you need some rest. He said, so I'm stopping by to say hi. Hi, Andy. I hope you had a really good stream. For anyone who doesn't know, GamerXAndy is another YouTuber. He streams, actually, most recently he's been streaming, oh, darn it. It's a card game. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master something. Darn it, Andy, tell me the name of the game, because he used to stream The Sims quite frequently. He also streams DC, but he has been playing a card game on there, which is, it does actually look like fun. But if anyone is interested on going to, in watching that gameplay, you can head across to GamerXAndy's channel. Andy is talking to my mom. Albel said, oh, I see the Lantern Power glitch bar is still a thing. Yes, it is. So on the right hand side of my screen, you can see first Lantern device is stuck on there. If you are someone who plays through that content, you may have that stuck on your screen until you log out. Same thing happens if you go to Mournful Mogo and you do the walls. Then yeah, the bar for that will also come up on your screen and just stay there because apparently that's a thing. Oh, thank you. Andy said Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. There we go. Thank you. I could not remember which one it was. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. DarkHorus said, I did the spring event a minimum of 4 times a day, then 6 last week. 4 times a day, then 6 last week. My dude, you must be tired. Did you get everything that you wanted? That is the main thing, because I did not. I have been moving house. I needed a bunch of stuff for a couple of bases. I also needed just a huge stack of squishies. So for anyone who doesn't know, squishy is what we call the mushroom man. I needed a bunch of those for one of my bases. And also I was setting to get one of my league halls a bunch of spring stuff. But unfortunately, because I am moving, I barely got to do what I needed at all. So I was making sure I got the daily progress. My mum played DC more than I did for this event. That's saying something considering how much I love DC. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'm going to have to wait till next year for spring, which sucks because spring is my absolute favorite event, on par with Halloween. I love them both almost equally. Danielle said, oh, I thought you were signing out. When was I signing out? I don't know when that was. I will be very soon. When we're finished chatting, I will sign out. But yeah, I wasn't. And I'm not sure when that was. Or wait, was that when you said goodnight? Were you saying goodnight because you thought I was going? No, not yet. I had to do the solo. My mum said, can pass Elite Envirotech Henchman to your other characters through the shared bank. There we go, guys. But can't pass it to another player. So for anyone who is curious, I don't think anyone except... No, we have a little bit longer, right? On the US server, you should have spring still. Correct me if I'm wrong, Danielle, since you have played on there and you said you've got two days progression for the current patrol event. Oh, wow, look at the Lobo! Do you have the skin? Oh, he looks cool. Very nice. It's the wrong skin, but it works well enough. You look great! Oh, amazing work. Very, very nice. Beautiful Lobo. Oh, I don't suppose you want to be in a picture. We'll just see. He might line up. If he's in the chat, then he might, because he will have heard. Hey, yay, we get a picture. Ah, beautiful. You look so, so cool. Oh, my brother's showing off her. I don't know. The muscles of his man female character. I don't remember everything you say for the character again, darn it. It's so long. She has a very, very long title. Superkick side hero, the best superkick side hero the world has ever seen? I think? Something like that, maybe? Thank you! I got you in the picture, Lobo. Amazing style. You look great. Oh, very nice. Albel said, mournful Mogo and its bag of bugs and glitches. Yeah, it certainly isn't fun. But mind you can't see it when I turn my UI off, which is very, very nice. Danielle said, I do like that we finally get an elite orbital uplink that fits hero and villain lanterns. I agree with that. I very, very much like that too. And I'm really happy to see that they assigned it based on faction instead of what they did with the Sinestro ring and assigned it based on role, because I find that frustrating. So yeah, this is very nice to see, and I'm really glad that you're happy with it too, Danielle, since you play mostly lanterns. Yella said hi. Hi, Yella. Welcome. DarkHorus said yes, and saved up enough to buy out next year. Oh, that's wonderful. He's prepared. Well done, DarkHorus. Izzy said, I heard they were bringing back iconics. I can't wait until that happens. Bringing back iconics? Do you mean iconic characters or iconic abilities? Apparently, one of the things they're planning to do is bring back our ability to access older rewards that they have given us, including iconic abilities. But we don't know which iconic abilities. We don't know if this will include power array augment rings, the previous uplink device, the previous henchman. We don't know what it's going to give us access to. We just know that they are working on us being able to access older rewards. And I do believe that includes the iconic abilities. But other than that, I'm not really sure what you mean. But yeah, if you could clarify, that would be good. David said, how do you pass the Envirotech through Invisimum? So you pass them through your shared bank. You should be able to put it in there and grab it on your other characters if you need to. Albel said, my favorite is Homecoming. What? No! But that'll change if we get a Damien-centric event. That makes sense, but I don't think we will. it seems like they're rotating through the current types of events that we have, and the only change they've made is adding the event tab with particular missions and things. It doesn't actually change the narrative that we receive. And at the moment, they seem to be leaning heavily into the episodes rather than any changes into the events, with the exception of things like Superman Day and things. But what changes about those is the rewards, not the playthrough of gameplay. They grab older content to do so. So that would be lovely, but I don't see it coming anytime soon, Albul, which means you're stuck with Homecoming as your favorite. Danielle said, I saw the spring NPC still out there as of last night. Okay, so probably the US server still has it until shutdown tonight or today. Tonight for me, daytime probably for the US, when they turn everything down, and hopefully that means spring leaves and you end up with the same thing that we currently have on the EU server, which is the patrol and the really, really great Resurgence Mega Capsules. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm being sarcastic. I hate them. I would highly recommend, if you're not sure about the rewards from them, have a look at my previous live stream, because I did show them, and I want you to be informed before you open those Resurgence Mega Capsules, because if you're doing it specifically to get that reward, make sure it's something you want first, because you may want to backtrack and go one capsule back so that you can get a reward you like rather than these. But I will say the reactive aura that my mum and I both have on at the moment is something you could get instead, as are some of the tendril cloak pieces. For anyone who's not aware, tendril cloak is not actually a cloak. It is what they call it, but it's wings. I'm going to show you one so that you guys are aware of what we're talking about here, because I don't want people to end up getting the wrong piece. It's a back piece, isn't it? Wicked, here we go. Oh, I should probably take the chroma off my back. Hang on. Take that off. So if you do end up getting a reactive aura, it will look like the aura my mum and I currently have on. If you do end up getting the tendril cloak, can you see how this is not actually a cloak and is the shape of wings? So just be aware, if you do open up the Resurgence Mega Capsule and opt for the Tendril Cloak, this is what it will look like in your respective power set type, but it will not look like a cloak, it will look like a set of wings with tendrils, because that's one of the things I don't like about those. It really does make it so it's difficult for people to understand what they're going to receive if they don't have foreknowledge, and I want you guys to go in knowing what's coming so you don't make a decision based on something you're not sure about, you know? I wish they were a little bit more open about these things. It's a little bit tricky when we're not getting a lot of communication about what's coming. But, I mean, the Creator League does a pretty good job of letting us know things, so that's good. What is happening? Danielle can't type the word spring. Yeah, I think autocorrect hates you. Oh, DarkHorus said time for bed. Enjoy. Thank you, DarkHorus. I hope you have a good sleep. Danielle said I quit 4 typos in a row. Lol. Hey, it's as bad as when I stumble over words. You can type it wrong, I'll say it wrong, and we'll have a lovely time. Izzy said iconic abilities. Yeah, so the iconic abilities is something they are planning to bring back, but we don't know in what form yet. Oh, it looks like my mum is putting her tendrils on, but she forgot to remove the chroma just like I did. Well done. Same as me. I think my mum are very similar in quite a lot of things. And for anyone who's curious, if she does manage to remove the chroma from her back piece, she's wearing Arctic. I am wearing Wicked. I went for a purple reactive aura and the Wicked tendril cloak, and my mum has the Arctic tendril cloak and the white reactive aura on, for anyone who is curious about what those look like. There we go. My brother said the greatest super kick side hero the world has ever known. I got close. I was close with that. There we go. My mum got the chroma off. Now you can see the Arctic one. Arctic one is really beautiful, I must say. It looks very, very nice. My mum said before the henchmen are integrated, you can put them in your shared bank, swap to the character you want them on, and retrieve them from shared bank. That is correct. Keep in mind, if you collect on one of your characters from the vendor and then put it on that character in their utility belt, that character is then integrated, that henchman is then integrated to that character, and you cannot pass it after that. You want to make sure you pass it before you integrate it to a specific character, and my mum is right. You put it through the shared bank, and then you will be able to grab it on your other tunes, which is good. Danielle said, I swear I know how to spell ... Sometimes. That's right. I swear I know how to speak. Sometimes. My brother said, I think your keyboard hates you. Yep, Danielle and her keyboard have a very ambiguously weird relationship where sometimes it's nicer and sometimes it's not. Andy said the next DLC is going to be a Supergirl one. Yes, it is. I'm excited about that. Curious to see what they do exactly. I mean, I'm just happy that it's not Lanterns and happy that it is a character we recognize. So very, very happy about that. Oh, Danielle, genius. She said, and if code Power of Flight, if it did not work, send in a ticket. Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, the code that Danielle has just put there in the chat is one that makes it capable of you receiving a Jon Stewart ally and a 455 CR skip. If it doesn't work for you, she's right, put in a ticket. It should work one time per account. Now, if you do collect this, please make sure you don't put it on your character from the Ultimate Recruitment event until after you have finished the main mentor narrative, because if you do it beforehand, you will then have to start with a new character and run it again, because it's not when you reach level 30, it's when you reach the mentor mission completion before, so don't consume that beforehand. Don't CR skip your character. Oh, Danielle said that explains why I can't pass it through now. Did you integrate it onto a tune? Ah, I hope you didn't accidentally collect it more than one time on one tune. You'd have multiple and it would have been a waste of your in-game currency. Tiny Lilith said, I wish they made it so you just pick the thing you want, like the rings or iconic abilities. I wish that too. I thought it would have been really logical for them to give us access to the current event reward and last year's event reward. Right? Would that not have been helpful? I mean, with the exception of new DLC episodes, that would work for every other event. You'd be able to access them. Now, I kind of understand with maybe Superman Day, Batman Day, Wonder Woman Day, not doing those because they seem to have some kind of restrictions around the use of some of those things. But otherwise, the iconic abilities and things, why not give us the choice? Let us decide. Or why not put a event in here where we can do play through it and receive a box that has a choice between a whole bunch of the older content items that we've missed. Because honestly, I think people would do that. They play through it, and also some people would buy it out or purchase it from the marketplace because they have missed out and they don't want to. So they'd make money off of it. Danielle said that must be it, that brother, because I'm obviously not to blame. Yeah, it's the keyboard. It's not me. What's my excuse? I don't have one. David said, I didn't see that I could retrieve another Envirotech on one character. I have it on. I'll take another look later. That explains why I can't pass it through now. Yeah, I'm sorry, David. Once you've got it on your character, that's it. You have to purchase another and pass it. Oh, and I hit the bottom of the chat. Excellent! Oh, wait, I'm getting another photo. I like the way that Steve and my brother are just chilling on the floor. Having a nice time. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so is there anything else people want to know about this event, with the exception of the fact that I cannot buy it out? I would highly recommend if you head across to some other YouTubers and have a look when they do run through this. They probably will be able to buy it out and showcase it. I just can't at the moment. If that does not happen, when I do get paid next, I will do a buyout and showcase it for you guys. We'll just wait and see if someone else covers it before then. And if not, then give me a couple of days and I should be able to showcase it for you after. But hopefully you guys are going to enjoy that. Hopefully it's something you're going to really, really want, even if you are just playing through it to be able to get through the campaign. It's a very nice reward. It is going to be handy, particularly for people who have missed out on the previous elite uplink devices. It's a good one to have, and it is stronger than what we currently are using, so that's nice too. Let's hope they don't nerf it like they did with the Athena Blade. David said, take care everyone, see you this weekend. Yay! When I play Atrocitus. It will be great. Albel said, I think just getting a new location with Argo City will be so exciting. No more lanterns. Yes, I'm so excited about that. It's gonna be fun. Don't get too excited. If I get too excited and then it's not that cool, I'm gonna be disappointed and I don't want that. Danielle said, I dare say Laura to say 3 nice things about Lutzia. She has really good styles. I really like a lot of her Reckoning style. I really, really like the mournful style that she has at the end. Really, really nice. She also has great tattoos, and her hair is really, really cool. Her voice is really, really nice. And she has a great sister. What was that, like 4 things? I think we covered 4. I'm done. I can say nice things about people I don't like. It's fine. I also like that she doesn't seem to be prominent in the next episode. That's nice too. Tiny Lilith said, even I want to, hang on, even I want to, for me, I like earning the rewards so I don't buy it out. That's fair. I must admit, if I was not a YouTuber, guys, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be buying them out. And I recommend to you guys, don't buy it out. Unless you 100% aren't going to be able to play through it. I understand buying it out then. Also, if you're someone who's one of those people who wants to have everything ASAP, kind of understand that. I'm not one of those people, but I don't think any of these are worth buying out. If you can play the content instead, definitely do that. I only ever buy it out to show you guys. It's not because it's what I would do. It's because I'm on YouTube and trying to make it easier for people who are playing the game. So I wouldn't recommend buy out on any of these things. Not a single one. That's everyone saying goodnight. Oh, you guys are so lovely. Yep, and we've hit the bottom of the chat again. All right. So guys, I think we're going to call it there. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you to people who join me in the game. You guys are so lovely, and the fact that you come here even when I do a random out of the blue stream for the event, and you never know what time it's going to be because my brother, that little brother was visiting. I really appreciate that you guys join me in game, so thank you so much. Also, thank you to my mum and my brother who are both very tired for joining me in game as well. I really appreciate you guys. And thank you to everyone who joins me in the chat. You guys make me laugh. Danielle, you're so funny. You guys are all lovely people as well. You're kind. I really love the people that are in my chat and on my channel. You're just a bunch of sweethearts, and I really appreciate that. And also thank you to everyone who watches later. There's so many of you, and it's delightful. So thank you. Andy said good night and sweet dreams. That's so nice. Thank you. Quoten said good night. Tiny Lil said I can't wait to take Hope to, well, she will be nice and safe. Why would you say that, Tiny Lilith? I don't think she will be. And my mum said, goodbye, dearies. Have a lovely night. Danielle said, please give Laura a thumbs up. Thank you, Danielle. That would be lovely. So, guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you all enjoy playing through the patrol yourselves, and make sure you have a good one.